Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and in this video I'm going to review Season 4, Episode 2 of Pretty Little Liars, Turn of the Shoe. This was a weird episode, especially because of the bird. Honestly though, because of that bird, this is one of the most annoying episodes, because that bird, honestly, was one of the most annoying birds I've ever heard in my life. I'm not saying it was a bad idea, because I thought it was actually the way that all worked out was brilliant. But the bird itself was extremely annoying, especially because it kept going, and it kept making the same noise over and over again. It was really annoying, honestly. So the main plot, of course, had to do with why is Allison's mom in Rosewood. And what happens is, well, she gives Hannah this parrot, and they don't really know much about the parrot. Well, the parrot keeps on making noises, and it starts driving everybody crazy. And I love the scene at the end with Spencer, when Spencer's like, Hannah, come on over here. This parrot is driving me crazy. And then Hannah just hung up on her, and then she called her back, and she's like, what? And then we found out that the parrot is not just making a noise or singing a song. It's actually a phone number to something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I did think that was quite interesting how that was all working out. So yeah, that was really cool, and I really did like that. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I thought that was really interesting, especially with the parrot, and I just think it's very strange, honestly. Why did you have a parrot come into this? Everything with a parrot, honestly. All we hear of the parrot is just squawk, squawk, squawk. I know a parrot can, repeat things, and I think it was brilliant to have a parrot in there. But that parrot, honestly, we're all going to agree, that parrot was one of the most annoying birds of all time. In the category of annoying birds, that parrot wins fair and square. It was one of the most annoying birds of all time. Okay, I'm done ranting about the parrot. Let's talk about Aria. So pretty much with Aria, oh, by the way, that parrot actually had to do with Allison's last days. We saw how, I guess Allison was talking to her mom about having a sleepover with the girls, and the parrot had obtained important information about what she said. I don't remember exactly what it was, because I tried to not pay attention to the parrot, because it was just so annoyed by it. But I know it was important information, and I know it really was, I know it was important information, and I know that the parrot had obtained it. We know that. I don't remember exactly what it was, though. But now let's talk about Aria. So, Aria pretty much, she decides that since she's trying to get over Ezria, and by the way, we found out that that whole thing we saw of him getting arrested, it's true. It was not in Aria's head, it actually happened. Because Ezria is gone. I don't know if he actually got arrested or whatever, and I think it might be true, but maybe he left. I don't exactly remember. Yeah, but pretty much Aria ends up falling in love with the instructor, who is a lot younger than Ezria and more close to her age. And I really like them together, honestly. I think it's very different between the two of them. Obviously it's not Ezria and Aria. They don't have the same type of chemistry. But I think this guy could be a good friend to her, I don't really see Aria dating somebody else. I mean, we had that in Season 2. Do we really need to have this again, where she's torn between two guys? This happened in Season 2. I really don't want to address it again in Season 4, because, honestly, when she was having that fantasy about that other guy, that was kind of ridiculous. I remember that, and it was really annoying. I remember being really annoyed by that storyline. It wasn't that, I like Aria and Ezria, and I don't want anyone to come in between them, which I don't, but at the same time, I just don't like seeing Aria with other guys. I mean, it's just really annoying, and I think her and this guy, though, have some good chemistry, and I do think they could make some good friends. And pretty much, you know, we find out that she doesn't really want a relationship right now. She's just trying to go on with her life without Ezria. And I have this feeling that even though Ezria, you know, quit somehow or left or whatever happened to him, somehow they're going to meet up again. I mean, they always somehow meet up again. Even when they try not to, they meet up again. They do. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to see something. Sorry, I'm trying to look something up about the episode. Alright, so now let's get to let's first get to Hannah. So, oh no, we already talked about Hannah, so let's just get to, no, we didn't talk about Hannah, but let's get to Spencer first. So with Spencer, what was going on with Spencer was, she's rummaging through the mail, and she sees this letter from the University of Pennsylvania, and there's this little envelope, and, she doesn't really know, you know, she doesn't really, know what it is. She opens it up, and she finds out that she has been rejected from the University of Penn State. So she's been rejected, and I feel really bad for Spencer, I think. I mean, she did work really hard for it, but the thing is, you know, she was too busy with all this other stuff. She probably just forgot to hand in something, you know. She probably had, like, an essay to complete or something, and she probably just forgot to hand it in, and she probably completely forgot about it. So, I mean, I feel bad for her. Probably was not the best way to find out that she's been rejected. She should have just, honestly, check your mail. That's what it comes down to. Check your mail. Just, that's stupid. I don't know why people don't check their mail. Some people are just like, here's your mail, and they put it on the table, and then they don't check it. I really don't understand why people don't just check their mail. Guys, seriously, if you get mail in your mailbox, read the damn letters. Don't just leave it sitting there for 5 days. Check your mail, because I don't want the same thing to happen to you. So yeah, so yeah, she got rejected, and I just feel that's really sad, honestly. But then as it goes on, though, we see how Spencer is hiding her rejection letter amongst her books because she doesn't really want anyone to know about it. And I don't think this is going to be a good thing. I mean, I think she really should tell people that she, you know, got rejected. I think she really should. I don't think it should be something that she hides from people. She should tell people that, you know, I've been rejected. And pretty much what happens though is Toby comes in and he tells her how, you know, he tells her how, well, first she tells him what actually happened, and she tells him how she got rejected. He kind of asks her, you know, why are you so surprised by this? And I think she's surprised because she just didn't expect it to happen. And she just did not have a good episode. This was a bad episode for her. Honestly, it really was a bad episode. Alright. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Ezria is in school. It's just that Aria can't see him. I was trying to say that before. Aria just can't see him, but, you know, she can, but he is still in class, so that thing did not happen. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened with Spencer. So now let's just get to, did I forget something with Spencer? No, not really. I didn't miss anything with Spencer. Pretty much the whole episode was him trying to discover things about this bird. So that's what pretty much happened with Spencer. Alright. So the next thing I want to talk about is Emily. Emily's storyline I think was very interesting. I I still love that Paige is pushing her to go to, you know, that Paige is pushing her to go to her university. I do think it's really great that she's doing that. So that's really great that that's all working out for her, and I do like that. So, but the problem is, she's in this swim meet. You know how Emily's always doing swimming? Well, there's this one time that she ends up hurting her head, and it's severe, and it's because of A. Honestly, we can tell it's because of A. Who else would do it to her? It's A. She didn't want to do anything about it, and I kind of was like, Emily, why don't you want to do something about this? But then I thought, wait a minute. If she did do something about it, she'd have to tell people that A, which would give out her secret, which would kill that person, and then Emily would be framed for something. So I think it's good that Emily didn't want to do anything about it. So that's a great thing, but at the same time, I mean, she didn't need help. I mean, her head was bleeding, for crying out loud. So I do think that was kind of bad that she didn't do anything about it, but yeah. So she pretty much just got hurt, and it did not really end well for her. Not a lot of people had a very good episode. This was a bad episode for Emily as well. So yeah. What else was I going to say? Yeah, she's also motionless now, so Emily can't move either. So she pretty much just ruined her. This person says she just ruined her chances at Stanford. I'm reading this from here because it was a very confusing episode, I think. This is probably the most boring video I'm doing, but that's because I have no idea what happened. So yeah, that was pretty much the episode, and I thought it was a pretty good episode. It wasn't as good as the premiere, but I did really like it. What do you think is going to happen with Aria and this new guy? Do you think they're going to have chemistry, or do you really think she just wants Ezria back? Because, I mean, Ezria is still teaching. I'm sorry I got that mixed up. I'm sorry about that. But Ezria is still teaching. They just can't see each other. Do you really think it's going to get to her where she needs to see him, how she's going to see him anyway? Because, I mean, no matter what happens, they always somehow meet each other up. So I wouldn't be surprised if she ends up seeing him. Because no matter what happens, they end up seeing each other. Whether he's teaching or not, they end up seeing each other. What do you think is going to happen with Emily? Do you think she's going to stay motionless for the rest of the season? What do you think of the whole thing with Spencer hiding her letter? I mean, she only told Toby. Do you think she should tell everybody else? I think she should. I don't think she should just wait. And honestly, what do you think of everybody having a terrible episode? Honestly, this was not a good episode for any of the characters except for Aria. Aria had a new ally, and that's pretty much it. So that's pretty much all that happened for Aria. But that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next video. And I didn't finish Twisted, but I will watch it. And then once I'm done watching it, I will review for you, but that will probably not be till tomorrow. I'm going to go watch Franklin and Bash, and I will review for you later, so I will see you then. Bye.